No, what I was thinking.
As long as I can remember, all I ever thought about was myself. And that will not be my legacy.
Sorry, guys. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty here. We have sound, but we don't have visuals. So it's like we're watching it the same as you guys right now. Hold on.
So we've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that CCPD is still stationed outside of Grace's room and will remain so until the wire's been caught.
I'm thinking it might be the HDMI.
Dwyer won't be visiting her again anytime soon.
And then the worst news is they have no idea where
Cable, you
they
mean?
be hiding.
I think it may be the HDMI port. Because this happened with
Well,
my
he
Switch once.
can, but only when he uses it, which thank God hasn't been recently.
And he's not showing up on facial recognition?
Unless he did. We're gonna try switching the HDMI.
Okay.
Sorry guys, it's
There you
not gonna be a feed
So,
thing if we don't have
I
technical
plugged
difficulties.
in the HDMI for the Xbox.
So which one is it?
I unhooked it though.
I don't know which one is which, dude.
Steele's first day back to the courtroom and Dad's testimony against Weatherwich.
Judge Jacob's trial's later today. It starts in 30 minutes.
Well, since my dad is
Oh,
the
the
general
camera is
visiting
facing
Wally
around right
right now,
now.
I need you guys and help support
It's
Cecile.
showing that.
When are they
Yeah,
coming
but the
back, by
opposite
the way?
way.
They've been gone forever.
He's not sure.
There you go.
Trying to psychopath, break into his home. I don't think he's
All
in a
right.
rush to bring anyone back to Central City. And besides, Cecile has a lot on her plate with this being her first day back
Yes,
at
it's
work.
not the
Sorry guys, we're having
HDMI.
technical difficulties. We have sound but no visual for some reason with our TV.
You ready to get those shards out of your hands?
Hell yes, I haven't been able to play PS4 properly for weeks.
Steven.
Let's try to reboot it
Okay.
with the cable.
Okay.
Hey, you feel that?
Darn you, Comcast.
Feeling free time, aka unbillable hours, so we better not be seeing any invoices from you in the near future.
Well, that's all right. I didn't want Mr. Alice on my free.
All right, folks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we're gonna explain what's going on.
So here's the thing. We turned it on. We had sound. We had no picture. Our TV's working fine. Comcast. What is the deal?
I don't know.
We got a show to do here, and we're coming back to this.
And
So
we've been waiting for this all week.
I know this
There you
is
go.
so frustrating, Comcast. So we're rebooting our box right now. I don't understand it, but thank you for joining us.
Yes.
It's so good to see each and every one of you. So glad that you're here. But we'll get this going here in just a second. Is that turn it back on there? Let's see what we get.
The prosecution intends to prove that between November 20th and 27th, Jocelyn Jackson used this device, a so-called piece of Meditech, to unlawfully and intentionally harm the citizens of Central.
Because the light's not on.
There it is.
Yeah. Turn it up.
I always have these.
I'm good. Now it's not doing anything.
The attack on her father was premeditated.
Keep the sound on
Yeah.
so we know what's going on.
Trafficking guide.
The prosecution
See
is
if it's,
seeking them.
see if it's,
Cable? No, like the TV again, like
see if it's a TV.
cable to find another channel.
Yeah.
You okay?
Doesn't sound okay.
That's the cable.
Feeling.
So as soon as it goes to commercial,
Yeah.
we'll just pull the plug, reboot it,
Yeah.
hard boot it.
The prosecution is seeking the maximum sentence, Your Honor.
Jordan Behan says you guys are awesome no matter what.
It is what it is.
Gotcha. Alright, almost done. Microscale surgery. It's not the easiest.
Is that why you missed these the first time?
Hey now. Alright, there you go. Your hands are officially dagger shard free.
Hallelujah.
One more thing.
Dragon Slayer X is what
CW.
Best sutures for metal wounds. It's clever.
Whatever your local CW.
Actually hurts.
Don't be a wuss.
Wuss. Not a wuss. Looks like you've got this whole
Caitlin Killer Frost thing down pat.
Not totally.
Okay.
But it is getting easier to switch to Killer Frost when I need to. So those sutures should stay frozen while the wound heals. Once they
So
melt,
let's see if I can find the light for
you
that.
take bandages off. You'll be good to go.
I have to confess, I've actually really enjoyed not having my powers lately.
Really?
Yeah. I got used to being Cisco again, sans Vibage, you know? And not having villains breathing down my neck once a week, I have to say, is pretty chouette.
Well, if we're going to defeat Cicada, we need a fully functioning vibe. So, hopefully this does the trick. Here, souvenirs.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Opening statements are underway in the trial of Joss Jackham, otherwise known as Weather Witch.
Whether which they're showing, we gotta get this figured out.
Say nothing wrong with 3 for martinis and lunch. It is when you get your Lamborghini to drive.
Sir, hold this minute.
Post-commercial, hold on.
We will.
And then what happened was Pellet. She created some kind of lightning tornado. I wasn't sure if any of us were gonna make it.
I'm trying to see if I can find anything.
Moment, please.
I gotta go. There's been a car theft.
You're talking about your man lead CSI witness. You're on the stand in 30 minutes.
I'm sorry. It's a Lamborghini. All right. The officer can be able to stop this thing. We'll be quick.
30 minutes.
All right.
Ms. Orton?
Where are we?
Guys, the car just turned north on 8th, headed towards Wakefield. Got it. Get ready to take control, boy. Get the driver.
Alright. Hard booting it.
Did it go to a commercial?
Yep.
Okay. So we're hoping to fix this by the time the next part of it comes back, just because.
Because the TV's working upstairs in our room.
Yeah, so
Just
there's no
fine.
reason it shouldn't down here. It's just because we want to do a video.
Exactly. It's the law of, it's Newton's law. But how's everybody doing?
This is the scene that just happened. It's not live, but it's something that I found.
How's it going, everybody? So we'll just explain what this is for those of you joining us.
It's not live stream. It's just a scene that.
Okay.
This is a scene that just happened.
That's
All
fine.
that just happened.
Guys, the car just turned north on 8th, headed
Go ahead and pause that for a second. So, for those of you joining us, how many do we have joining us so far?
22?
22 people. You guys rock. If we could get our act together, we could all watch this.
Exactly.
But hey, welcome to We Watch the Flash Live with you. So we're going to just kind of give you the ground rules kind of right off the bat. The reason why we do this is because our subscribers have asked us to do this because they want to watch the Flash with us. We do not show the screen, even when we get the screen working. Just because we don't want to get into copyright trouble or whatever, and then also there's like international, law stuff because, some of the shows aren't available yet overseas, and so we need to make sure that we cover that.
We have people that just said hello from Ireland and Brazil.
Wow, awesome! And so that's what that is. But you can hear it, and we don't get in trouble for that. And anytime that we've ever had a copyright claim on it, they always let it go because it's us. We're watching the show, and so we're watching it with you. And so, welcome. So basically, we watch the show. We talk about it during the commercials, and then as soon as this episode is done, we will we'll turn it off for a minute, kind of regroup. About 5 minutes later, we come back live again. We do the recap show where we review the show and talk about it, and then from there we also once that's done, we do a little segment called Talk Nerdy to Me, where we just talk about anything and everything nerdy. What's ever on your mind, you guys can tell us what you're thinking about, and we will talk about it. So that is how.
And Thomas Dang said, "Can't wait to talk to you guys about Aquaman after the episode is done."
Oh, I know. All right, so where are we at with this?
Infamous Nobilis said, Did you react to Battle for Azeroth, dear family?"
No, we have not done a reaction for Battle of Azeroth. No, but thank you for reminding me. We've had a lot of videos to catch up on.
Yep.
And
They are
so,
from South Korea.
South Korea, welcome. Wow, that's awesome.
Ahmed, yes, we did watch the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. We just did a reaction, and that's going to be up on our site shortly.
Yes, yes. Later tonight, when we're all done, it'll be up. So, and what a trailer it was.
It was insane. No, we gotta turn it back on. We got 27 people.
I know. Let's get it going here. Come on, come on, come on.
Ahmed said, "What did you think about Mysterio?"
You know, I thought Mysterio looked good.
He said personally he loves Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I like Jake Gyllenhaal too. He looked interesting.
I think his powers look cool. It kind of looks like a mixture between like Doctor Strange's magic and like Iron Man's blasters, what his powers kind of look like.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I thought he looked good. I thought his power, like the way that they showed him using his powers, looked good. I thought the costume looked good.
Yeah.
He looked a little strange without his without the helmet on.
Yeah.
But I liked how they described him as being like Thor and Iron Man mixed together. That was cool.
One thing I remembered is that scene that shows with him going around like that water creature thing. He has the helmet on his head.
Yes.
Yeah, but when we see him, like, it looks like he's attacking Spider-Man. He doesn't have it.
Ahmed agreed with you. He said, "Yeah, right. Reminds me so much of Doctor Strange."
Yeah, because he had like those things almost around his hands, like that Doctor Strange magic.
Cosmic Z said, "I just joined. Are you actually watching the show?"
We are watching the show. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty right now with our cable box. We had to restart our cable box. Our cable is working fine upstairs. It's just this cable box for some reason.
Before talking to you,
Jordan asked if we can hear the audio.
You will be able to as soon as we get this rebooted. I rebooted because we didn't have picture, and so that's why I rebooted our cable box. So as soon as it reboots, we will have that back up.
Caleb Richardson said, "So, unfortunate news. Jason Bateman released a statement. He jumped the gun in posting that snap. He did not gauge how that would be perceived. He was in the running to replace Nathan Fillion in the DC animated movies."
Well.
Christopher Bronson said, "Grr, Comcast."
I know.
Is it still rebooting?
So.
we don't hear it.
Manget
Or says
XM says,
CW
"When does
until
the
the
new
next.
Flash episode come out? Season 5, episode 10."
It's on right now.
Yeah, we're trying to.
We're missing it right now. So.
I'm hoping that our box didn't go out. Hey, Isaac?
Yep.
Well, it won't do any good though.
What?
Because this isn't even showing that it's recording anymore. What is going on?
Someone asked what do you think about Nora and Thawne?
We saw her stand up to Thawne. Well, we heard her stand up to Thawne a little bit in the thing, and she said, after Thawne was done saying what he was saying, she's like, "Oh no, you've ever thought for yourself. You've never thought about anybody else."
And that says, I also wish I had a family that loves comics and TV shows like you guys.
No, dark matter doesn't make you do things. He pointed lightning at a hangar full of scared families. Your Honor, there were little kids in that hangar. Did you know that lightning is 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun? That is the kind of power that the defendant unleashed upon those people. She did this. This was her choice, and she can't be trusted.
Miss West, you must sit down.
I know, but Your Honor, she's right. I'm guilty. And I should pay for what I did. What's she on?
Get a load of this. You know those shards you removed? I ran a biochemical analysis on them and their tissue from...
Let's see something there.
The Smartcast is working.
What's going on?
I don't know.
It synthesized back into a serum. We could get rid of Cicada's powers entirely.
And not just his powers, everyone's.
Everyone's.
Caitlin, we can make a metahuman cure.
You think we need a metahuman cure?
Don't you? Okay, maybe not, but I seem to remember a time when you did.
Sure, when I first discovered Killer Frost, I wanted to get rid of her, but when she was gone, it felt like a piece of...
Let's fix it. Did that not do anything?
It didn't do anything. You just can't hear it now.
So it's not the HDMI port.
Those metas, we created them against their will.
No, Thawne created the particle accelerator, and he sabotaged it.
And who shattered the satellite full of dark matter and created God knows how many metas? We did that. This cure could give metahumans a second chance at having a normal life.
Maybe not everyone wants a normal life, Cisco.
Where are the two things coming out? Oh, wait, there. Oops. What happened there?
We didn't spin it.
What's that?
Oh, the power button got bumped when spinning it. Yes, I was checking. No, that's why I switched it to the bottom HDMI to see if it was that one. That didn't do anything.
If the TV upstairs worked, we could always take the show upstairs.
This is the good life. This is the good life. When we get together, this day will last forever.
From lunch to dinner, and even in between. Value every moment together.
We got it all, we got it.
At Olive Garden. Order to go at Olive Garden.
That's what we're gonna do.
Upstairs?
We're gonna head upstairs.
Free, 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 free. Free, 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 free.
Alrighty, folks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you to our bedroom. Ha ha ha! How you like that? Didn't realize you were gonna get that kind of treat tonight, did you? So, for some reason, that cable box is not working, and I am really ticked off. But it's okay. It's all right. We're still gonna have some fun. We'll take you on a little tour here, and we'll get this all set up, and we will watch the show up here. Simple as that. And get this on. And,
Can I get past you?
yep.
Scooch past.
Alrighty.
We should be up here shortly, so we should keep the bed like this so they have space to sit. Because if you pull it up, they're not going to have enough space.
You could also use the sir. Sir. Escape to football with Buffalo Wild.
Just watch the camera.
There we go.
Riot. I should have taken.
Oh, thank you, sweetie. Alright, Bobby. Are you going to the beginning?
No, I'm going to the end.
Did it still tape?
Yeah, it taped. It just, I don't know what's going on with it. I don't know what's going on downstairs.
Christopher Bronson says, I really think you guys are my spirit animal. LOL. Did Sherlock's hair get longer?
All right.
You guys can sit on the bed.
Severe liver disease or taking drugs like cyclosporin or gemfibrozil. It may cause abnormal liver tests. Orilissa may change your periods, making it hard to know if you are pregnant. It does not prevent pregnancy. Use birth control that does not contain hormones. Orilissa may cause suicidal thoughts or actions. It may also cause bone
Dog
loss.
is making his debut.
Ask your gynecologist if Orilissa is right for you. Orilissa, made for endopain.
Sean Flanagan says it's back on her.
Join me, I'll solve all your problems.
I know, I'm so excited about Riverdale. You and I have to do, three of us have to do reviews.
Riverdale returns with an all-new episode tomorrow at 8/7 Central, only on the CW, and stream free on the CW.
Two Broke Girls, weekdays at 5 and 5:30. Watch the CW 46.
Sean Flanagan also says cute doggy.
What's better than having fast, reliable Wi-Fi with coverage throughout your home? How about having internet that can help you save on wireless phone service? Xfinity gives you the fastest speeds from America's best internet provider to stream on all your devices. Plus, with Xfinity Mobile included, you can switch your wireless carrier and save hundreds of dollars a year. Now that's simple, easy, awesome.
Get started for $29.99 a month for 12 months. Plus, ask how you can get Xfinity Mobile included, so all you pay for is data. Switch today.
Get a move, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's time you try something different and stop by your nearest Big John Steak and Onion today. And for a limited time, Big John Reubens are back. Choose from our delicious trio: original ruby steak, traditional corned beef, and our grilled turkey Reuben. Try one today before they disappear.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wookie, get down, bud.
All the games people play now, every night and every day now. There's so many games to play now, anywhere and anywhere.
Instant games from the Michigan Lottery. Talk about fun to play. With dozens of games to choose from and millions in cash prizes, there's fun in every one. Play the new Multiplier Instant Games with top prizes up to $2 million and over $192 million in total prizes.
So Joss Jackham never made it to Iron Heights. Nope. And the transport driver said that the woman who took her used something that completely shut down his truck.
Pause. That look familiar?
Another piece of satellite chart. So the fob is the Meditech?
Yeah, probably sends out some kind of dark matter pulse that overrides any guidance system in seconds.
So as long as she has an engine, she can control it, and we still don't even know who we're looking for. Maybe we do. Hey, can you fast forward? Gabe was a coincidence? Well, we don't know yet, Nora. Yes, we do. Rhea got that fob to break Joss out of the prison transport. I guarantee you Joss is a part of this. How do you know that? Because bad people don't change.
Hey guys,
Any way you could send out some food?
Welcome to home base. Home base of what? The young rogues. There's been enough old men running this town. Our turn. I have my eyes on a few candidates, but for this job, plan on it just being you and me.
I'm not planning anything. I don't even know who you are. Just take me back.
You ever heard of Argus? It's an off-the-grid facility primed with bleeding-edge tech. And it's protected by one of the most advanced security systems on Earth. The only thing that can short it out is a billion joules of electricity. So a few bolts of lightning. You're the weather witch, right? Beneath this wall is the facility's power junction. You hit that, and we have a 4-minute window to get something that will make us unstoppable.
No, look, even if I was gonna help you, and I'm not, I need my weather stuff to control any of that. And right now, that is in police holdup. So if you could just take me back.
Okay. To do what?
Turn myself in.
I see. You don't want to be like your dad.
I get that.
But it's too late. You're a criminal. So am I. And those people out there, trust me, all they think is like father, like daughter. But I guess you need to find that out for yourself, don't you? Find me when you do.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
right. I will hold you till you get out. Oh. I can ask you a question? Do you have a minute?
Yeah.
Yes, you're not going anywhere. So, last year, you came out of the Speed Force, and you were writing a kind of symbol language. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
And apparently, Cisco could only translate one of these phrases, right?
So far, yeah. I mean, Gideon couldn't even do it.
Gideon. Right, Gideon. So what do you think that language was?
I don't know. It was some kind of chronolinguistics.
Chronolinguistics that you got from your time in the Speed Force, which is all time at once, right? Past, present, future. What do you think this language was? Future, maybe?
Why? Is this about cicada?
Cicada, no. No, it's just la mystère, huh? I'm a detective, I see mystery everywhere. So, all right, thank you. See you next time. Okay, before I forget, the Legends dropped off some books to pass the time and Cage Desire. What kind of Cage Desire? Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Thanks.
Yeah, probably not very good. See you.
What is it?
According to Doppler, it's a hurricane in Central City. No, it's not a hurricane. It's Joss. I'm on it.
No flash today?
Figured he wasn't needed to stop a fake hurricane. Guess we can add damaging private property to your resume.
Look, I just need your help.
Oh, stop with the sorry act. That ended when your friend helped you escape.
She is not my buddy, and I did not escape. Look, I want to turn myself back in.
Do you really expect me to believe that?
My dad is a career criminal. Not me. I want to show everybody that I'm not the person that they think I am.
Then what do you need me for?
You're a hero. If you vouch for me, people know that I'm telling the truth. Look, I will tell you everything. I'll even show you where that woman took me. Just give me a chance.
If anyone asks, you never saw this.
Thank you, Major Morgan. Please tell the Lieutenant General that my dad and I owe him one. Special delivery, one weather witch.
What? I thought you were gonna help me. I'm trying to turn myself in. No, I didn't escape. I was kidnapped. Will you please tell them?
Sorry, I don't trust criminals. She's all yours.
No! No, no! This is a misunderstanding. This is unfair. If I could just talk to her.
Okay. All right, folks. So we're gonna answer a few questions. Usually we're answering questions already, but thanks again, guys, for bearing with us with this. We need to get the dog off the bed. Okay. So.
No, because he's like actually in the way of the camera.
A lot of people are asking how we have this. Well, one, we're in the United States, so the episode is brand new tonight.
Yes.
And so we're watching it live as it's on. So we don't have to wait for it. We get it when the show comes on. Come on, buddy. All right. So that answers that question. Yeah, so that's why we're able to watch the shows, because we're here in the United States. We're actually in Michigan, so we get to see it first because we're in Eastern time zone, and so we get to see it before the west side of the state, or
everybody else.
The dog is
pretty much
whining over there.
Everybody else.
Yep, basically before everybody else. So that's how we're doing that. Let's see, who else has got a question here? Andrew Sanders asked, Ezra Miller or Grant Gustin Flash? Can you stay down?
Nope.
Probably not. What do you guys think? Ezra Miller or Grant Gustin?
He wants the winner.
I'll say this. I like Grant Gustin. I like both of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we've got to see Grant Gustin more.
Yeah, we've had him longer.
So we've known him longer. So
Yeah.
so we're very much connected to him. The dog doesn't understand. I'd probably say at this point Grant Gustin, but I really want to see what Ezra Miller can do. I want the Flash movie. They keep talking about putting out a Flash movie. It's gone through kind of development hell right now, where it's on again, off again, on again, off again. But
lay down. Sit down.
We don't.
Lay down.
All right.
Boy.
Good boy. All right. What else?
Sean Flanagan said, "When did you start watching The Flash?"
We started watching The Flash from day one. As soon as it started, we've been watching ever since the very first episode, and we got hooked right away. We're big DC fans. For those of you who are new, if you can't tell, we are huge DC fans. Landon, who is my other son, he's coming back on here, but he's my other son. His middle name is Jor-El. So if that tells you.
Your father does the exact same thing. When something's on his mind, he runs. Nothing's on my mind, Mom. I got to take a look at Ray Van Zant's DOD file. Oh yeah, did you find a connection between her and Joss? Well, there doesn't seem to be one. Really? Yeah. She left the Air Force after a failed mission overseas, and then she spent 2 months on desk duty, and then she was dishonorably discharged.
It seems like she has a pretty good service record.
Exactly. So clearly the DOD had egg on its face, and Ray became its scapegoat. I'm just saying, Nora, not everyone is as bad as they seem. Rhea, Joss, I think everyone deserves a second chance. If you don't believe me, ask your father. He gives more second chances than anyone I've ever met.
Yes. Yes.
What the hell are you doing?
What the hell are you doing?
Well, I was distilling dark matter ore from Cicada's dagger shards, but I can't really do that anymore, can I?
Oops.
Why did you do that?
You're smart. You can figure it out.
When are you going to figure out that a Medicure could actually help people?
Listen, I heard all about it, short stuff. But you know what? Katie and I, we're doing just fine. And so were you until Cicada got all up in your head.
Don't do that. This isn't just about me.
Oh, the hell it isn't. And you know what? I get it. He tried to kill you. You're trying to create something that'll save us all.
Yeah, I am. All of us. Barry, Iris, Nora, they have a family. Even you and Caitlin have your weird little family. But what about my family? I want a wife to grow old with. I want a kid. And I don't want them to wonder all the time if their dad is in trouble, if he's even gonna make it home tonight.
Cisco, you don't have to choose between having powers and having a family.
Yeah, well, some of us do. I'm not the Flash. I don't want to be the Flash. I want to be me. The cure's the only way. Or it was.
What? Oh, come on, girl.
You're reading Nick's book?
This is surprisingly well written.
Oh, that's awesome.
What's going on?
Just having a hard time believing some people can change.
How come?
Because after everything that you've seen, don't you think that bad people stay bad?
Not always. When I first met Leonard Snart, he was a criminal. Probably the worst criminal in the city. I knew that there was a good person in there somewhere, and look at him. Turned out to be a legend. Died a hero. If he can change, anyone can.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, I do.
Reverse Flash.
What about Eobard Thawne?
I think part of being a hero is being able to see the good in people. So yeah, maybe someday in the future, even Thawne could change. Besides, if we don't believe in people, who will?
Well, you know, one star.
Very funny. I got 595s.
We've got multiple 595s in our own parking lot.
What are you doing here? Doing what no one else is gonna do for you. Offer you a second chance. Brother Witch.
Because Nora did what she did, causing problems, right? Causes an issue. And that's the thing. Nora is, they got to get a rein on Nora.
Yeah.
Right? So, there he goes. Let's see. What's up, Caleb? What's up, Antoine? What's up, Alan? What's up, Christopher? Good to see you. What's up, Gallo? Hello. Who else is here?
Yeah, I know, but we're on the show.
Slot machines in the laundromat. What's up? I can relate with that because I'm from Vegas, so I've seen slot machines in the laundromat.
Yeah.
Sean. Soy-based Jeremy. Hey, it's Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. What's up, Jeremy? Good to see you, man. Glad you could join us tonight. What's up, Landon? What's up, Game Changer? 858. What's up, John Wick? I'm a big fan of yours. It is so good to see each and every one of you. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Tonight's been kind of unusual because of our cable box going kind of on the kaput. So we brought you guys up here to our bedroom. We hope you all don't mind that. You guys get to see a little bit more of our nerdy side.
Yeah.
We're legit.
It's not just in the living room anymore.
So, thank you. Thanks, Game Changer. Yeah, we like him. His name is Wookie. So, basically, Nora, she turned in Weather Witch. Weather Witch was trying to help them and tell them that she wasn't trying to cause issues, and Nora just went ahead and had her arrested anyways. And so now, the other character, I missed who is that?
Which one? The girl?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Silver Ghost.
Silver Ghost?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Weather Witch.
Yeah, so Silver Ghost now has gone to break her out and has handed her her weather wand. And in doing so, it's going to cause issue because now she's going to want to, before she was trying to get away and she didn't want to be a part of it, but now she's going to be a part of it. So
He's also stepping on me. Just sit.
yeah, Matthew, I agree with you that I agree with you about this episode. It doesn't seem to be the same as what was in the trailers.
I was trying to catch up. Megan was texting me.
Oh, okay.
Switching back so I can sit with you.
So we've talked about it a lot. This season of The Flash has been a great season. There seems to not have been any dull episodes.
No. They've all been really good.
They've all been really well written and well done. And I'm looking forward to this back half now of the season.
Yes.
And to see how they kind of wrap up this whole cicada thing.
Well, you know it's a good first episode back when Barry
You
is stuck.
straighten out that camera a little bit.
When Barry is stuck in a pod.
That's
because he
it.
can't stop
That's where the
breathing.
power junction
And we're
is.
back.
Give it everything you got.
Like that.
But it knocked out security grades 41 through 60. 10 years and $24 million later, the stealth automobile, aka the Sam, was born. Rumor has it that everything under its hood comes directly from Wayne Tech. This is a $24 million prototype? What can it do? Let's find out. Is it Joss or Rhea? I'm guessing both. both because someone just stole a very expensive vehicle from Argus after a very precise lightning strike.
It's a next-gen prototype with all the bells and whistles, if bells and whistles could explode and murder people.
And supposedly it's untrackable, so how do we find it? We don't search for the car. We search for them. If Joss made lightning strike again, it means she has her staff. Oh, so we can track the dark matter on it. Nice.
I got the location.
Okay, remember, Nora, whatever you do, don't touch the car while using your powers.
Hey, Caitlin, can I steal you for a second? Joyride's over, Silver Ghost. Joss, I need to talk to you. Hard pass.
Gotta love remote detonation.
I see roads ahead. Oh my god. Whoa. Ran.
Holy buckaroo buns.
Phases?
Whatever phase trick they just used, it jammed our tracking. We can't get a lock on them if she doesn't use that weather staff.
Excess is gonna come after us.
Better try.
We're invariable. See no evil. We're invisible. Hey, Cisco, can you connect me to the car's comm system?
No, but best I can do is have you send out radio waves, and if the car's nearby, it'll pick them up.
Do it. Joss, it's excess. I hope you can hear me. You tried to tell me something earlier. You tried to tell me that you wanted to pay for the crimes that you committed. You said you weren't a criminal like your father. You asked me to give you a second chance, but I didn't listen. Now I'm asking you for a second chance. Joss, this isn't who you are. Nora, the car's headed straight for you. I don't see anything.
Look out!
How the hell did I lose control? Hold on to me. This is gonna feel weird. Well, at least we got the wheels. What's left of them? Thanks for the last minute rescue. For the what? Icing up the road. I didn't ice the road.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. All right. So now let's get to some stuff here. So yeah, Sean, definitely leaning Flash. I tried watching Arrow, but to be honest with you, I'm such a big fan of Smallville that the first season of Arrow, trying to tune in, I just couldn't get into it.
It wasn't my Smallville Arrow.
Because it wasn't the Arrow from Smallville, and it was just like I had a real hard time, and then I got behind. And so, I tried watching a few episodes, but it really didn't kick off with me. I didn't really appreciate Arrow until The Flash came around, quite honest with you, because I really liked the
Justin
Flash.
Hartley.
And I love Justin Hartley as Green Arrow, and so that's what it was. All right. Next, somebody asked about. Well, hey, what's up, VHS? VIC?
It's like
VHS Vic. What's up, man? Rahul, I will just tell you this. The reason why we don't show the screen is because of copyright. If we show the screen, we will get a copyright tag for sure, and we're not doing that because really this isn't about us showing you the Flash.
Ooh.
We watch the Flash along with you. We've been doing this for a while now because our subscribers told us, because we used to do just a recap show after the Flash went off the air. We'd get on and we'd do a live show and just recap the episode. Well, that being said, when we were doing that, we would talk about it and people would say, you know what, why don't you guys just go ahead and live stream while you watch the show? And we said, okay, yeah, if you guys want that, sure, absolutely.
Okay.
And so unlike tonight, where we had technical difficulties,
So
usually
we brought it up to our room.
yeah, usually it's you know, it's a lot more laid back. We're in the living room. We're able to talk better. We have a little bit more focus. Tonight's been a little bit out of focus, but if we showed the screen, the problem is that then basically we're showing the episode, and the episode is not available everywhere yet. Obviously, because we're in the Eastern time zone here in the United States, so we get to see it first. So it's not available yet on the West Coast here in America, and it's obviously not available all over the world. And so if we showed that, that would be an issue with Warner Brothers and the CW. And so we're not trying to get in trouble. We're just trying to have fun with you guys and watch it. So you guys can listen to it, and we watch it, and we're back.
Time! 24 hours are up. Okay, I double checked with Caitlin and there doesn't seem to be any unstable dark matter in your biometric scans.
Okay. It feels good to be out of there.
We definitely missed you, Dad.
Sorry, I haven't been able to help with everything. Do we know where Joss and Ray are now?
No, we got nothing yet. But you were right about Joss. She saved my life. If she hadn't iced over the road, but she did. Because you connected with her. It's like Dad said. She just needed someone to believe in her.
Sounds like you found your own Leonard Snart.
Well, time might prove me wrong, but I think so. I hope so. Sorry I messed up your first day back.
It's all right, Nora. There's always day 2. I'm happy you're back.
Thanks.
Hey, do you want to help me find Cisco? I gotta get this extrapolator thing recalibrated. I went to go see Joe in Tibet and I ended up in Fiji.
Being a parent sure is hard sometimes.
Yeah, it is. But there's nothing like it.
Okay, well, we can't both be the basket case.
We're all pretty bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding it. Come on, Breakfast Club? It's one of the only movies Killer Frost and I actually agree on.
Let me guess, she's into Bender?
Totally, she loves it.
Yeah, makes sense. I'd trip that.
Put that on. It's cold where we're going.
Your dad's old lab. Cool. Caitlin, why did you bring me here?
Yes, despite our last encounter with him, he did create a metagene. So I was thinking that you could use his research to do the reverse.
Okay, don't look now, but if I didn't know any better, I'd say this feels a lot like you helping me make a metahuman cure.
I couldn't stop thinking about what you said, about how a cure would give you a second chance at a normal life. No friend would stand in the way of that.
But there is a difference between you standing in my way and you actively helping me.
I still think this is dangerous, but maybe if I'm involved, we can have some ground rules. Like the first and most important, we will never ever force a cure on anyone.
Okay. Rule number 1. We're not just here to make a cure. We're here to make a choice. You either trust me or you don't. There's no in between.
Fine. I don't trust you. But I'm willing to give you the chance to change my mind.
Well, that might take some time. And time, as you may recall, is not on my side. Minutes are minutes. Seconds are seconds. There's very few of them left.
I want to believe that there is good inside of you somewhere, Thawne.
Let me prove there is.
What?
What's next? Hello, Dr. Wells.
Hello. Gideon. I have access to all the files, right?
Of course. Which files would you like me to locate?
I would like to locate the files from Nora West Allen.
I'm sorry, Dr. Wells, but all entries have been permanently deleted by Nora West Allen.
Don't miss tonight's premiere of the new series Roswell, New Mexico. Coming up next.
Crystal MSP just said.
Cicada's back and he's on a killing spree.
We're gonna get all those metas to a safe house before Cicada finds them.
These guys were bad news. You sure they were safe?
Wants to kill us? He said he'd kill me first.
Flash, only next Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
Okay. So,
Crystal just joined and subscribed.
what's up, Crystal? Welcome so much. We're so glad to have you here. Thank you for subscribing.
Yes.
Thank you.
See if this is what I think it is.
So, man. So this is what we're gonna do for this week. Since this week was a little discombobulated,
Yes.
and we kind of had to do this different. We're just gonna go ahead. We're just gonna do one continuous live broadcast this week.
Instead of
Okay.
two.
Instead of two. So.
Because we already got 37.
Because we got 38 people here, and so we want to have a conversation with you guys. What did you guys think about tonight's episode? Did you like it? Did you think it was a good episode coming back into the season, to continue the season? What were some of the things that you didn't like, maybe? I'll tell you right now, I'm really frustrated with Nora.
Yeah.
I'm really frustrated with Nora. I don't know if maybe that's being done on purpose.
Yeah.
That like by the end of the
They're
season
goading
she's
you?
gonna sacrifice herself or something like that, and we're gonna be okay with it.
Well, you already
because
saw in the preview that she gets stabbed there, and that's where they showed the preview for the season where she can't feel her legs.
yeah.
So that might even be a sacrifice of sorts to help them. I don't know.
Good old Caleb. You know, Caleb, that is
Yes.
totally something that I expect from you. Caleb says, I miss the old Gideon
Thank
actress.
you, Brian Garson.
I've never gotten used to the new voice. I miss Marina Baccarin from Flash Season 1. But since she's on Gotham and Deadpool, so that didn't work out. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah, she's great though, isn't she? Isn't she great?
Yes.
She's awesome. She's
I love
awesome.
her.
She was awesome in Deadpool, and she's awesome in that. Okay, we're gonna get the dog out of here so that we can talk. Go with Logan. Everybody say bye to Wookie.
Say bye, Wook. He's like, no, you guys can just rub me.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. There you go. All right. Yeah. Thank you. So, I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if we're getting some lag.
I think so.
We're getting some lag.
I know there's a few second delay between.
Caleb said, did you see the casting news that I shared?
You know, Caleb, I saw something, but I'd have to go back and see it. I did notice that you. Oh. Go ahead and just share it again since you brought it up here. Oops. Let's see. Brian, thank you so much. Welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. Welcome. Thank you for subscribing. We appreciate you. It's so good to always meet new people. And you know what? We always say that the
Christopher, we actually got that at Walmart. So if you have a Walmart near you, you still might be able to get that. Welcome back, Thomas.
What's up, Thomas Dang? Good to see you, man. Let's see. Elise Gideon was cast on Arrow. She played Maya Dearden on Smallville. Really?
Nice.
I like stuff like that. I dig
Yeah.
it. I dig it when I like what they kind of refer to as legacy casting, where people who have been either in DC properties or especially in Superman, they do that with Superman a lot with different Superman actors and actresses. They go ahead and recast them over again, and so I really dig that. Well, that's cool. We'll have to look for her then. What's that?
Her. Yeah, well, we haven't seen her yet in the season. On season 7. Is that who that is, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elise Gideon. So we are actually we've been talking about this. We've been rewatching Smallville from the very beginning
With the kiddos.
with the kids, and we are almost done with season 4.
We only have like 2 more episodes or 3 more episodes.
Yep.
And then we're done with.
Yep,
season
we're almost
4.
done with season 4. So I'm just gonna be honest with you. So I like this episode of The Flash. I thought it was good what I was able to see.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna have to go back and rewatch this. A lot of you guys were able to watch the episode. It was discombobulated for us, but from what I saw, what I gathered was one, I'm really frustrated with Nora.
Okay, actually, Ryan Smith said, can you please give me a basic lowdown on what happened in the episode? I'm in the UK and it's 2 a.m. here.
Oh, okay. I think you were kind of.
So it started with Nora talking to Wells, and she was basically going off on him like, basically saying how he's a villain, he's not going to change. Everything he does is for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then Verse Flash said something back. I don't remember what it was. And then we went, and then that went back to Barry and Iris and all them. And Silver Ghost was doing something. So Barry and Nora went after Silver Ghost in that car. And when Barry went to go touch the car, it looks like it had Metatech.
Okay.
So, and it caused him to like not be able to control like him being able to phase. So he was phasing like without being able to control it.
Oh.
So that's why they put him in that pod for most of the episode.
Okay.
Because he couldn't stop phasing.
That's what I was trying to figure out because I missed that part. I missed why he was actually in the pod. So that okay.
Yeah, because when he touched the car, that caused him not stop phasing. And then before that happened, it was either Caitlin or Cisco came up with the idea to come up with a metahuman that basically counteracts Takeda.
Okay.
Because I remember when we were trying to figure out like the HDMI stuff that Cisco and Caitlin go back and forth like, oh yeah, Kirsten Wallace created metahumans, and we saw how that turned out for us. And then the other one said, no, like the other one came back with it and was like, but we're doing it to defeat another meta. We're not doing it to fight against other people.
Gotcha.
So that's pretty much all we missed that I know of. And then there was I don't know who it was for, but there was a court case that looks like Cecile's defending.
Yeah, I missed that too.
If I had to guess, I'd say I think it'd be Weather Witches.
That's what I thought. Yeah. It was Weather Witch. Yeah.
And that's why she was talking to her in the car.
We're
saying,
piecing it together. We got it.
We'll go back and watch it. Maybe give you a little update.
Yeah. So that's pretty much all we missed.
Okay.
But I like between hearing it and what I knew previously.
Aw.
Absolutely, Sundance. We're glad that we're glad to see so many new subscribers this week. That's awesome. That's so great to see so many new subscribers. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan.
Oh.
Thank you, Ryan. Another new subscriber. That is so cool. How many seasons? How many seasons do you think? How many seasons do you think The Flash will run for?
I thought they originally signed him for 9.
Yeah.
Which is weird because if they signed him for 9,
why not do 10?
And well, if they signed him for 9 and they actually started off the series by saying that there was going to be at least 10 because they talked. It started in 2014 and they talk about the crisis.
Yeah, because both Grant Gustin and Stephen Amell signed for both 9 seasons. And Stephen Amell said that if they
52 seasons.
Stephen Amell said that if they can go on like with the story for season 10, then he'll do a season 10 of Arrow and like continue it for as long. Cause he enjoys playing Green Arrow.
Yeah.
But I think it's just however long they can carry on the story. So I'd say I'm hoping for like 10, like Smallville.
I would hope for that much.
Yeah. There's
Sean,
so many stories that they can do.
Yeah, well, it depends on. Yeah, I mean, it's anything, right? It's a TV show, so I think during that time, I think we're gonna lose some of the shows.
Yeah.
Because you got what? I mean, what do we have now? We've got 4 shows right now.
Yep.
With a 5th coming with Batwoman because Batwoman is they ordered a pilot of it.
Yep.
And
we have Black Lightning, but that doesn't connect.
Yeah, Black Lightning doesn't connect. So I mean, at some point, and if one is probably gonna go. No, you got.
You gotta stay out.
Yep, you gotta keep them up. So if one of them had to go, my guess is at this point it's gonna be Legends.
Yeah.
Right. Good, bad, or indifferent. That's just kind of how I see it. Also, Supergirl better be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
they might be on the chopping block.
Because Supergirl.
I remember last season weren't they like deciding on whether they should chop it or not?
Every year it seems, Supergirl kind of comes down to the wire, and they just kind of keep pushing it. But I think the problem with Supergirl is that it's one thing to have a show that encompasses everybody and everything and all walks of life and everything, and then there's another completely different idea where it's like you feel like you're just being kind of preached to, or like there's propaganda basically being given to you. So so I think that's the problem with that one. And now I want to make sure that we address Sean. Sean mentioned his question. So
who did the most damage? That one?
Was that the question?
He said, who did the most damage? Reverse Flash, Zoom, or Savitar? In the comics or on the show?
I think it's talking about the show, because that's what we're talking about.
Well, I think it depends upon how you look at damage.
Yeah.
Because if I had to pick somebody who did the most damage, it's got to be Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Because Reverse Flash has gotten inside Barry's head.
Yeah.
I mean, Savitar is Barry.
If I had to put it in order, I'd say Reverse Flash, Savitar, Zoom. I'd say.
Really?
Yeah.
You put Savitar before Zoom?
Yeah.
Probably, because he went at, because it is him.
Yeah.
So it got in his head.
So I messed with him.
Yeah.
And then also, he said basically, any way you ever try and stop me, I'll always come back.
Yep. And the fact that he went after Iris.
Yeah, and the fact that he went after Iris, which we know how Barry feels about Iris, and the fact that it freaked Barry out the first time he went to the future and he saw Iris get killed. He thought it was the original Iris.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he tried, like he pushed himself physically and mentally, just trying to like find out every single way that he can to try and stop it.
To stop himself.
yeah, and try and outspeed Savitar and save Iris. So that's why I put Zoom. I mean, I put Zoom third and then Savitar second.
Okay.
Because
yes, Uzair. I think think that's how you pronounce your name. I'm sorry if I get that wrong. My name's Enosh, so I try to be. I try to be careful when I see a name that I don't know how to pronounce. But yes, we did finish watching the episode. Okay. There was something else that
or not Sean, Caleb.
Caleb, was it Caleb that had a comment? I agree with you, Ryan. I would love 52 seasons, but
I think that sounds like a nice, good number. And Alan mentioned 10 sounds like a good I'm on
Yeah,
season
10
2.
is probably a good
That's what
round.
Smallville did.
Yeah, I mean, Smallville did it. I would have loved for Smallville to go on, but you get to a point where it's like there's only so many stories you can tell with these actors, with this backstory and everything, until you got to try to do something different. Let's see here. Caleb says photos have leaked from an episode of Legends titled "King of Nanda Parbat."
Nanda Parbat.
Parbat, okay. Which is said to take place in over 1,000 years in the past and will deal with the founding of the League of Shadows. Liam Neeson is on set in costume in these photos.
So it's Legends. What's the episode called?
King of Nanda Parbat. So what does that mean? There's all these. What was it? What else was it? That they were saying was they were going to try to connect with Dark Knight.
The Bane mask.
Oh, that's right, because the Bane mask connected with the Dark Knight. That's right. They were talking about how the Arrowverse would connect with the Dark Knight. So that's an interesting. That's an interesting connection there.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who is Liam? I don't care who it is. Liam Neeson's is just awesome. Liam Neeson's is my jam. Let's see here. What does Skyfrost say? Skyfrost says, or does Flash fight both? I missed the first part of whatever that was.
What's the question?
I don't know. I was trying to see Skyfrost here had a comment after Caleb says, or does Flash fight both? But I didn't see another part of that further up. Oh wait, does Flash fight Cicada or is it the girl?
Nora.
In this week's episode. That's why I thought there was a major lag, but there wasn't. Okay, I was behind. All right. So, Cicada was not on this week's episode. So, he fought. It was Weather Witch and he didn't
Silver
fight them.
Silver Ghost.
He didn't fight them. Silver Ghost. Nora really took him on more than anything. Well, Caleb, all I gotta say is, man, if Liam Neeson is playing a character in the Arrowverse, I just want to know who's playing. If you're talking about the founding of the League of Shadows, are we really talking about Ra's al Ghul, not Raish? Oh,
that's the only thing that bugged me about that season.
Did they keep calling him Raish?
Yeah, it's like that's not how you say it.
It's like, hey, all the other comics, all the other TV shows, mediums, cartoons,
Don't
movies.
call him Raish.
Movies, cartoons, they call him Raz.
You gotta do something different, right? Though. All right. So let's see. So my reaction to that is I love more and more, and I think that I'm hoping that we see a lot more of this as we get closer and closer to next year's crossover event of Crisis on Infinite Earths. That we see more of these meshings of TV show and movie and different things layering because DC is so primed for that, folks. DC is so primed to have their shows and their TV shows and their, well, I said that twice, their TV shows and their movies, TV shows, movies, cartoons. We talked about this on the channel before, but if any of you are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans, and you saw a few years ago, there was a cartoon called Turtles in Time, I think it was. I've got the DVD. And it showed all the different incarnations of the Turtles all came together. Right? And it was really meta because Shredder knew that they were fictional. Right? But he still hated the Turtles so much that he was bent on, he just wanted to wipe out the Turtles no matter what he could do. He wanted to wipe out the Turtles, even if it meant wiping out his own existence. But he knew that they were a comic book, they were a TV show, and so you had literally the 80s cartoon Turtles, along with the 2000 cartoon Turtles, along with the very beginning, the Eastman black and white Turtles, and just like all these. And then they showed at one point the Turtle multiverse, which had pictures from the live action movies and the live action TV show and just basically every incarnation. I think, man, and I don't know if you can do it in a TV show.
Yeah.
Is it more prime for a movie? Probably. But it would just be so cool to see something, even if you don't see like, you know,
like have them like have a part of the episode.
yeah, like even if they don't have a part of the episode, but like just have a moment like they did in Eternals in
Just like
Time,
Mad do it.
where they show the multiverse and like you see Michael Keaton's Batman, and you see Val Kilmer's Batman, and you see Christopher Reeve's Superman, and you see George Reeves' Superman, and you see, you know, Kirk Allen's Superman from way back in the day. Like all those things would be so cool, and as a DC fan, I'd lose my mind. I'd lose my mind. It would be so awesome. And I think that's really what Crisis on Infinite Earths should be. It shouldn't be. I'm really hoping it's not this contained little story that's like really small and we're just like, well, here's a couple of universes, because Crisis on Infinite Earths should be just that. Infinite Earths, right?
Yep.
Let's see, what else we got going on here? Lisa, I just saw your comment about Godspeed. I'd love to see Godspeed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think we'll see him in the future, like once we get more of him in the comics and.
Oh, so something that was announced just I think it was
So we
today.
should do the Talk Nerdy to Me.
Yes,
and
I'm
talk
sorry.
other
I'm
stuff.
sorry. So okay, so here the episode was good, but we're gonna have to rewatch it because of the issues that we had. So now we're gonna transition. Now we're gonna go into what we usually title Talk Nerdy to Me.
Yep.
And we're anything goes, anything out there, anything that you guys want to talk about in nerddom. But we're gonna start with a Flash story, and that is Joe is coming back. Joe is on set.
Awesome. So
The
he's
guy who
feeling
plays
better.
Joe, yes, the guy who plays Joe, he is healed up. He had some back issues, and so early on in the season, every episode that we saw him in, he was either sitting down or leaning up against a doorway. Now he is back, and he's actually filming scenes, and they're saying that they're actually going to explain his absence
Really?
in continuity,
Nice.
and that not only are they going to explain his absence, but they also cryptically said maybe he wasn't gone. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, we did hear.
He found the invisibility cloak?
Well, we did hear Cecile say, "Oh yeah, I was sleeping all of a sudden. I wake up and I'm over in this area of the world, and then now I'm back here." Maybe that's a nod to
Yeah.
what happens with Joe.
So he is coming back. So that is good news. I'm super excited about that. Also, let's just talk about this, folks. I didn't see anybody bring it up yet, but I know somebody mentioned it earlier. Aquaman.
Yep.
Aquaman. My man. $1 billion at the box office. What a great day to be a DC fan. Who out there would have ever guessed that Aquaman would have done $1 billion?
In the first DC movie in this like universe.
In 4 weeks.
Say in the first month.
In 4 weeks, did $1 billion.
Not too shabby.
For all those who said, "Oh, the DCU is on its last leg. It's on its way out. DC movies suck. Everything about DC sucks. Nobody cares about DC." And then what I love about this story most of all, as a DC fan, is it's not like they hadn't done a Superman movie and then like Superman came out and it was the Superman movie made $1 billion, or you know we hadn't seen Batman and the Batman movie came out and kicked everybody's butt and made $1 billion. No, the biggest joke that has been of DC in the last 20 years has been Aquaman.
Yep.
Everybody pokes
Why don't
fun
you go
at
talk to some fish?
everybody pokes fun at Aquaman, teases about him and everything, and it's Aquaman who comes in, kicks everybody's butt, and says, "Excuse me, but yeah, I'll take $1 billion. Thank you." All right, and so Aquaman just knocked.
Because of sharks with lasers.
Hey, Aquaman knocked your screen door down on your submarine and flooded the compartment and left your dad there to die. All right, that's what Aquaman did, and took your $1 billion with it. And so Aquaman is doing so well. It's still number 2 at the box office.
Yep.
And it's still doing well. It's still going strong. And I'm excited about that. Yes, what do we got here?
Sean asked that like 3 times or 4 times.
Okay. Sean asked, which saddest death in Flash buries it? Which saddest death in what is the saddest death in the Flash? Barry's parents, H.R. Wells, or Eddie Thawne? Well, I'll tell you this: Eddie Thawne is not even on my
radar.
Not even on my radar with that. Because Eddie.
Because with them bringing back First Flash, it's like, okay, that kind of made it pointless of him doing that.
Yeah,
First Flash is back.
I liked Eddie, but to be honest with you, he was just around for the one season.
Yep.
And
they still call back to him every once in a while.
They do. But you know, it was like we needed to get past Eddie to get so that
we could get to Barry.
So that Barry and Iris could be together, and so it is what it is. I know there's some people who have an attachment to Eddie, but he was only around one season, and to be quite frank, I'm just kind of over it. So I would have to say, man, for me, still yet, and this is why, and some of you heard us, but if you're new, right at the end of season 1, we were at the Motor City Comic Con here in Detroit, and we got to meet John Wesley Shipp. And so there was nobody else in line for him at the time. We got to talk to him, and as we're talking, he was super nice, and he spent over 15 minutes with us.
Yeah.
Just talking to us about season 1 of The Flash. And he starts telling us about the season finale, which at that point, we were there on a Sunday, and the season finale was going to be that Tuesday. And and then he looks at he started to tell us, and he stopped, and he goes, hey, do you guys want spoilers? And we're like...
It's coming from the original Flash. Yes, please. Sign me up.
Yeah, we'll take spoilers from you. So he told us a story about how Grant Gustin, acting in that scene at the end where, you know, he was going back to save his mom, and he didn't, and that, you know, John Wesley Shipp was laying on the ground because he's supposed to be knocked out and everything, and that moment was so emotional for everybody.
And he said it was so silent, like you could hear like a pin drop.
Yeah, and that everybody was crying,
but they were trying to be quiet because they didn't want to mess
up the tape.
The tape.
And so Grant Gustin, apparently, he put so much of his heart and soul into that scene that when he was done, he had to go and like leave the set. He had to go to his trailer for like an hour.
To just like unwind because he was so wrecked.
After hearing that story, I gotta say, hands down.
Yeah.
Barry's mom.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I'd have to say the parents. If we never got that scene with the parents, like at the end of season 1, or what Zoom did with his dad.
I was gonna say what Zoom did with his dad. It's the same.
I'd say if we didn't get either of those, then I'd say HR.
Yeah.
But since we got that scene with the mom at the end of season 1.
Yeah, because I still don't like the fact that they got rid of HR.
Yeah, and then Zoom killing his dad and Barry not be able to stop him.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'd say the parents.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Especially since we saw like the first 2 seasons, he was trying to get his dad out of jail, and he finally gets him out, and then Zoom takes him away from him.
Let's see here. Do you think we'll ever see a live-action Static Shock? Comes from Kevin Cheadle.
When we went to Comic-Con this past summer, when Logan and I went to the Black Lightning panel,
yes,
they said that they'd love to see Static Shock on a TV show. And they've been trying to push that, and they're continuing to push that. So I'm thinking that eventually we'll see him on a TV show.
Okay.
Whether it be Flash or Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Well, it probably makes more sense with Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to push it, and he would fit in with that.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
So I know eventually we'll see him on the show.
You guys were able to go to that panel. What were we doing again?
I think you guys were just looking around at stuff. Or no.
No. We were in line for somebody.
No, because Landon was with you guys.
Yeah, we were in line for somebody that we wanted to see that you guys didn't want to see.
Oh.
I can't remember who it was now.
Yeah, I can't remember either. Because I remember Logan and I went.
No, I think Isaac was right. We were shopping because there was a blackout. Like the power went down. And when they were in that panel, he goes, "Sorry guys, I'm not supposed to be using my powers." The guy was super funny.
That's funny.
But we were actually just shopping, and we wanted to get that done, and they wanted to go to the panel, so they split off.
And I didn't start watching Black Lightning, but I have now started watching Black Lightning, and I like it. I like it a lot. It's
Told you.
And it, you know, we got to meet Black Lightning himself, and I just I dig it. It's a cool.
Well, it was
a cool
a dad
show.
and both daughters, so.
Yeah. Let's see. Did we see Into the Spider-Verse? Yes. Oh, Sky Frost, I'm gonna sub. Awesome. That's for you, Sky. That's my little dance of joy for.
It's a sub dance.
It's the sub dance. Hey, it's so good to see so many people new subs this evening. So.
Alan Warriors Nation said, "Would you like Killer Frost to have her own show in the future?"
If they can do something with it, then I think that'd be cool.
It would be cool to see her and Vibrate, like kind of like do their own little thing, and then kind of bring in more people, maybe.
Huh.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Because she's doing great as Killer Frost.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could totally buy a Killer Frost. It was really weird. I was watching.
Because you could see both sides of her in that show, and
Yep.
you could delve more into that.
It's so funny because we're so used to seeing Killer Frost now on the show as like this good guy now, you know, as like a hero. That I was watching an old cartoon. I think it was either Super Friends or something like that, and Killer Frost was in there. It was like Justice League or something like that, and Killer Frost was in there, and it was like weird to see her being evil again because it's been so long.
Yeah, because we've gotten used to this Killer Frost over the years.
Yeah.
On the CW.
I could see that. I like that. I actually like that idea. That's actually a really good. That's a really good. You got me thinking now about that. I like that thought. I of all the people on the show, she'd be the one that I could see doing a
You
spin-off.
could even delve into her father's story and how that happened, how she became Killer Frost.
Yeah, for sure.
Great question.
So did we see Into the Spider-Verse? Yes, we did see Into the Spider-Verse. Did we do a review of that here on the channel?
I don't know.
We'll have to go back and look at our own channel.
We'll have to go back and look at our own channel and see if we did that. Yes, we saw Into the Spider-Verse, which I thought was awesome.
Yes.
Into the Spider-Verse was amazing, especially as somebody, like, I was geeking out because I've got Spider-Ham comic books in the other room that I've had since I was a kid, and to actually see Spider-Ham on...
My favorite line was, "Do they have talking animals in this universe? Because I don't want to freak her out."
Yeah, that's great. Plus, you know what, I'll say this for the show, for the movie, it made me care about Miles Morales, and honestly, up to this point, I had not. I really didn't care. I'm a Peter Parker kind of guy.
But
and,
this one actually made you think about it.
Yeah, and I
like
actually like, and I'm really excited when they introduced Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
At the end, that was great. I loved how they introduced him too. Yeah. But I like that, and so I'm excited to see how they continue that story, and we get a sequel. And I'm also glad that they made a way for Spider-Gwen and Miles to be able to still be in contact, and that they can breach the multiverse.
That's cool. Yeah. Thomas Dang actually said, "Do you think Into the Spider-Verse is better than Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2 proper with Tobey Maguire?
Or Amazing Spider-Man 2?
It's definitely better than Amazing Spider-Man 2. With Electro.
And Nadia Gobin says, "What is your favorite show on CW?"
Okay. So Spider-Man 2, man. Spider-Man 2 is a good movie.
That's a good question.
You know what? I'm gonna say no.
He said Tobey Maguire version.
Tobey Maguire. So I'm gonna say
I haven't watched those in a long time.
Man, it's really close. But here's my thinking on that. I'm gonna say that Spider-Man 2 is better only because it was the sequel to Spider-Man 1. It was a continuation of characters we already cared about, and it took them to a next level. Okay, it took them to this new place. And there's a lot of plot points of Spider-Man 2 actually that are remade from Superman 2. Mm-hmm. Things like, you know, he loses his powers. You know, I know Superman gave up his powers, but you know, and he just kind of lost them. But there's all these like little nuances there that I remember being brought up at the time that the movie came out. But I think that because it was familiar, and there was a continuation of the story, I would probably give the advantage to Spider-Man 2. But man, it's really close because I'll be honest with you, Into the Spider-Verse, it made me laugh.
Yes.
Let's
take it from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh man, where they keep redoing that made me laugh. You know, there were very few parts that I found that I kind of drifted off. You know, in during the movie. Mm-hmm. The animation actually grew on me as it went on. I really, man, That's a really hard one,
Yeah,
but I
good
think
questions
but
tonight.
I think that I will give the advantage to Spider-Man 2 on that. Let's see what else we got in here. What was the question about our favorite show?
Favorite show on the CW.
Favorite show on the CW.
Favorite show on the CW? Flash. The Flash, for sure. Which show do I wish it was? Supergirl. I wish Supergirl was my favorite because I'm a huge Superman fan. And as I was alluding to until we got back from commercial, my son Landon, his middle name is Jor-El because Superman it still is a huge part of my life, huge part of who I am. I've got a Superman tattoo, and
a lot of different Superman shirts.
Yeah, tons of Superman shirts.
Lots
There's
of
actually a video here on the channel
Of everything that he owns Superman that he wore at one time.
Yeah, when I was a lot fatter, and I think I got like 28 shirts on or something like that, and 2 coats, 3 hoodies, and a bunch of stuff. So like it was a lot, but I was very hot, and I almost didn't get one of the shirts off.
That sucked.
But I wish it was Supergirl, but honestly, Supergirl just keeps frustrating me in so many ways.
Watch it, and it does for me also, like with the crossovers and stuff.
Yeah, and just the way that they treat Superman, I just.
My favorite is the Flash and Legends.
Yeah.
Because we watch Legends, and the way that they're twisting things these last 2 seasons, explaining things, delving in, bringing things out of nowhere, just they're funny. They're awesome. I mean, even tonight's episode, Barry, Isaac made reference to it that the book that Barry was reading was actually the book that Mick wrote on Legends, and Barry was reading it
that's cool.
in there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool how they're bringing those things over.
And then how they talked about Argus, and that's on Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a favorite show, but I have a favorite season from each of the shows.
Because you just like them all.
Yeah. I can't choose a favorite one.
He's a lover, not a hater.
There you go.
Yeah, like for the Flash, seasons 1, 3, and 5. I really like 5 so far.
Yeah.
But I'd say complete seasons. I'd say 1 and 3 would be my favorites for Flash.
Okay.
Actually, Alan has a follow-up question for you. He says they are just rushing them shows. Why haven't they lived up to the hype like Supergirl?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
It sounds like are they rushing the shows? Why haven't they lived up to the hype like Supergirl?
So here's the thing. I don't want to get political on the whole thing because that's not what I'm about, and that's not what the channel's about, and whatnot. And I respect everybody. Look, everybody's got their own life, and they live their own life, and they do what they're going to do. I think that what happens is since they connected all the shows, especially.
Yes.
There's been this push that they all got to be connected, so they all got to figure it out. I think one of the things that Crisis is going to do probably is bring it all together in one universe, so that Supergirl is in the same universe as Arrow and Flash, and then bring Superman in. They already got Batman. You know, they can solve that mystery where Batman's been. You got Batwoman now. You know, whatever. But the thing is Supergirl. They don't focus on Supergirl. And hear me out on this. Most of the stories that they've done for Supergirl are not Supergirl stories.
They're Superman's.
They have literally taken Superman stories and converted them to be Supergirl stories.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken Superman villains and literally gave them origins to be
a Supergirl
villains. That makes no sense. Okay?
Like when that Superman show was being talked about, I was like, well, they've already used a ton of his stories, so what would they do?
Exactly. If they were to do a Superman show, half of his villains have already showed up on Supergirl, and not only just showed up, but have had their origin even on Supergirl.
Plus, it didn't help that Tyler Hoechlin says the things that he says, you know, during the last crossover that frustrated you to not want to watch any of the rest of the season.
Well, that's things like for him to keep saying stuff like "You're so much better than me. The world doesn't need me as long as it has you around."
We do.
That's just you don't have to do that. That's frustrating the fans.
Nadia says, I mean, Supergirl did knock out Superman.
What's that?
Nadia says, I mean, Supergirl did knock out Superman.
Yeah, and look, I get it. There is precedent, and Caleb, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Caleb hasn't chimed in yet.
I
about
know.
this. But there is precedent that Supergirl, she's more developed than Superman because she's older than him and whatnot. So I get that. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Okay, but what I do have a problem with is always in the comics, Superman is established. Okay, because he got here first. And they just take so many liberties, it seems like, with the Supergirl show, where it's like they just flippantly, and we've talked about this, Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman movie is great on so many levels,
Yes.
but one of the things that makes that Wonder Woman movie great is that Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor work. They work together on
Without
so many
degrading,
levels.
belittling, or lessening the strength or anything of either sex.
Yeah.
She's a Themyscirian. She kicks butt, but yet she doesn't have to be better than Steve for Steve to still kick butt himself.
Yeah. And that's the part that I love is that, as my leg falls asleep, is that, you know, Steve is a strong male.
Yes.
Diana is a strong woman, and neither one has to take that away. With Supergirl, you don't have to make Superman look weak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make her look strong.
Like the thing that got me is when like the crossover, like you said earlier, is when he said the Earth would be better without me. It was like
That's not Superman talking.
That's not Superman.
That's not true.
No. Superman loves the Earth, and he would defend it in any way that he possibly can.
Thomas Dang said, "Hope Captain Marvel does the same."
Yeah. I've got concerns there too. So let's see here. There was something that I saw that I wanted. I think it was Nadia. Nadia, I hope you're still around. Who is your favorite character on The Flash?
She is, because she just texted, ready for the Flash to come back on.
Okay. Nadia, my favorite character on The Flash.
I gotta think about that for a minute.
I know. See, you know, the automatic go-to answer would be like, oh, The Flash.
One of my favorites is actually Vibe and Killer Frost. Those are my two faves.
I love.
They all have their own.
Like all the characters, like just the heroes.
Just said, who's your favorite character on The Flash?
I don't know.
See, I love HG.
Original?
Yeah.
HG, the original OG?
Yes.
I'd say, well, like, obviously it's Flash because he's the main point of it.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't him, I'd say probably Eobard. I like Eobard a lot.
Yeah.
Like what they've done with his character, both the Wells version and
The guy who played him.
See, I just like the Wells version.
No, see, we like Eobard because of what they did on Legends with him.
I know.
That's the only reason why.
Don't like him.
And I'd say if it wasn't like Eobard and like you're talking about the heroes, I'd probably say either Cisco or Ralph.
Really?
Yeah.
I do like Ralph.
I do like Ralph.
We actually, because of Sherlock this season, calling him Baby Giraffe, at my work we actually have, I work in a doctor's office, and we have little Beanie Babies for kids that come into the office with their grandparents or their parents, and they just so happen to have a baby giraffe. So I have that on my desk, and people think, oh, you like giraffes? And I'm like, yes, I do, but it's not the reason I have it on my desk. It's because of the Flash.
Because of Sherlock.
But it's just a little, because of Sherlock.
Mr. 360 Clutch, YT. Do we watch Titans? Yes.
Oh, and we love it.
3.
Oh.
You need to hurry your butt up.
So
I will rewatch it.
So all I'll say is, if you want to know how I feel about Titans, right here on the channel, it's not too many videos ago, is the OMG moment from the series season finale.
You want to see him lose his mind. Watch that episode.
I wasn't planning on doing a video that night, and I had to do a video.
I'm on the episode before Doom Patrol.
Okay.
Because I'm on episode 3 because you get Doom Patrol episode 4, so I'm on the one before that.
Rial Dunbar says, I think Shazam is going to be a major hit. Me too. Me too.
So does everybody else, apparently.
Shazam is poised right now. If DC can take this time where you have the success of Aquaman, build on that, put out a great Shazam movie that everybody's excited about, and there's a lot of buzz about right now, and then you follow that up with a Wonder Woman movie.
It's gonna be a 1, 2,
And then
It's
3 punch.
And if they're supposed to start the Batman at the end of the year.
Yeah. It's a great way. Basically, what they've done is essentially they have gone to the Marvel formula. You use like a B or C ring character, tell their origin story, get them built up, and then build around and bring in your heavy hitters later. You know, as long as they keep Henry Cavill around, and I really hope that they keep Ben Affleck too.
Hashtag Henry Cavill is our Superman, and same with Ben Affleck as our Batman.
Annoying Toxic says, are you guys a fan of DC or Marvel, and what is your favorite DC and Marvel movies? Yes.
DC all the way.
But we love both
But we're
DC
Marvel
and Marvel.
fans.
We are Marvel fans, but we are DC.
We're more on the DC side.
Definitely more on
We
the
played DC more like we do the U of M for football in Michigan. Yeah.
I'll show you something real quick since we're in the bedroom. Right? So let me show you something. I'll show you my toy room one day. But so here's Tiffany's. Tiffany's got all her own toy collection and everything. But you can see up here she's got some DC figures and some DC superheroes and stuff. She got her Gotham figures over there, and that's all cool. But check this out. So she's got Batman stuff over here, Suicide Squad stuff, and then we come up here to some multiverse figures, and we got She Loves Girl Superheroes, and so it's all DC stuff up here up at the top, and then what do you got there? You got 1, 2, 3, 4 Marvel characters, I think.
Yeah. Enosh, you gotta grab that.
Yeah, I got it.
Grab it. Just hold it.
Oh, okay, there we go. I didn't realize I wasn't tethered. Okay. All right, so she's got this, and so like I said, she's got what? We got here 4 Marvel characters, and that's cool. But then she's got this stuff over here. Some more DC. She's got Batwoman and Supergirl there, and Martian Man. I almost said Marvin.
Marvin the Martian?
Marvin the Martian.
No. He doesn't use a space modulator.
And of course, this is all of her her pops. And some more DC stuff down here.
I have Flash and Wonder Woman and Supergirls.
Thanks, NC. Trolling. We're glad to have you. We're definitely glad to have you.
And I have Riverdale, Stranger Things, and then at the very bottom I have Back to the Future. And
Yeah, and then down here she's got some more pops, some more stuff like that. And so yeah, so that's her stuff. Now in the other room she's got some Black Series figures, and we'll show you this real quick, because if you've subbed and you hit notifications and you can leave a comment on our videos, you can be in the running for this. So she's got some Star Wars figures. You know what? Who said that? Duke? You know what? I'm actually looking into right now trying to set up our Patreon where we would take donations. So, I mean, but if anybody wants to ever send us anything, I got a PayPal. It's enoshmusic@hotmail.com. So ENOSHMUSIC@hotmail.com. And you can, if anybody wants to help support the channel, we would greatly appreciate it. That would be really awesome. We would love that. But so here's her Black Series figures here. And then of course she's got a Miss Deadpool over here, Lady Deadpool. You subscribe and you hit notifications,
you can be in the running to win this Grand Tiff Tarkin action figure, this Black Series figure right here. There will only be 3 ever made. Mine, Tiffany's. Tiffany got the first one. This is hers, right there alongside her other female Black. This was her Christmas gift this year. But you will be in the running for a Black Series Grand Tiff Tarkin action figure. All right? So do all the things, and yeah. So, that all being said, yes, we love Marvel too, but we're DC. We're a DC family. All right.
DC and Star Wars, baby.
So if you guys come back next week, I will take you on a tour of my office.
His is so much bigger and better than mine, but mine is. You didn't even show my Stranger Things.
No, I did not. But yeah, so you can see my my huge room next week.
Thank you, Sundance. I like him too. She liked my Brandon Heath poster.
Oh, we just had now. This is something that some of you may be interested in. I'm actually a pastor. That's what I do. And we just had Brandon Heath at our church last year. So that's where we got that. So that's really cool. Let's see here.
NC Trolling says, I don't think you guys are Flash fans like me. I'm the biggest fan. I think we beg to differ.
Ooh.
We are a Flash family.
Well, you know, Landon.
So technically, are we flashing them?
There you go. Landon, my son, he's a huge Flash fan.
He really is one of the bigger ones.
That's his hero.
Yeah, Flash is his favorite hero. So his room is filled with a bunch of Flash memorabilia, and he's got the Flash head that you see around the channel every once in a while. Yeah. If you watch the Aquaman video that we put out just today. Here on the channel, where it talks about Aquaman being hitting 1 billion. Yeah. We mentioned the fact that we're bringing back the
Harlem Shake.
The Harlem Shake, and so we do the Harlem Shake, and
we had so much fun. We may just do that like once a month. Just throw them randomly in one of our videos.
There you go.
So enjoy.
Yes, Thomas, we're definitely going to go see Captain Marvel and Shazam. I mean, because.
We'll go see both
Captain Marvel, because Captain Marvel is Shazam.
We'll both go see.
Just saying.
We'll go see both.
I know what you mean.
Sundance Studio says, "Wow, that's awesome about being a pastor. Very interesting."
Thank you.
We have a lot of information and a lot about us on this channel.
Yeah. So you'll notice.
Check out all the videos.
You'll notice on the channel that I've got stuff from churches that I've worked at before. Fun, crazy things we used to do, like Geico commercial parodies. And stuff that's here on the channel, and there's a playlist for that.
This is my story. This is my song.
There's a series called "This Is My Story, This Is My Song" because I'm a musician, and I've been a musician most of my life. I recorded my first album at the age of 12 out in Riverside, California, and I've toured. I started my first band when I was 17, and that's what I've done with my life. And now I'm one of my jobs is I'm a worship pastor. And also have other pastoral duties and stuff.
Which they can actually see on Sunday mornings if they were to come to the website.
If you're ever interested in that, our church's website is centralnazarene.com. And we live stream our services every Sunday morning.
And we both sing, so you could see both of us.
Yeah, but I still play in a band to this day called Waking Vegas, a rock band. You know what? But here's the thing. You know what? We're very well rounded. Yes. In the things that we like, and so you're not going to see the channel. We're not
biased or one-sided or
no. We
everyone has a say here.
We love everybody, and we want to have fun with everybody, and that's why the channel is more about like our hobbies and our interests and stuff. Oh well, thanks, Sundance. Really appreciate that. That's really great of you. Really appreciate that. So yeah, so we just like to have fun, and we love to meet new people, and that's why we started the channel. That's why we call it what?
A place for nerds.
That's right. That's why the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds, because it's a place for you and me to get together, no matter what our background, no matter what our beliefs, no matter where we come from,
what our thoughts,
and talk about stuff like The Flash, and
Aquaman,
and Star Wars.
Did you say in tacos?
No, I
Or
didn't
did
say
you
in
say talk
tacos, but
about
we
it?
can talk about tacos if you want to talk about tacos.
Actually, one of the things they probably would have seen earlier in the episode when we were trying to make our TV work, our Logan was eating Landon's birthday dinner, which was spaghetti tacos. Yes, for my Carly. That's how cool we are as parents. We let them. It's actually really good if you try it. You make spaghetti, put it in a hard taco, put cheese on it and melt it so it stays together. Really good mouthfeel. Just letting you know.
Yep. So so there's a couple. I've got a playlist called the Toy Room, which is some of my toys and stuff because we collect toys. And then also if you are into Christian rock at all, and you know who the band Petra is, I had the opportunity to play with John Schlitt, the lead singer of that band, and toured a little bit with him one summer. And so there's actually a playlist that has me playing with him. And so there's a little bit of everything on the channel. But
Tom is saying yes. Me and Isaac and Logan on the channel watch Riverdale, and we are losing our minds, just like The Flash today, that it's coming back tomorrow. So we need to find out what the heck is going on.
Especially with the mid-season.
Yeah, the mid-season left us on a crazy cliffhanger, so we will have to let you know.
King Coley fan. Is that how I pronounce that? I think it is. Hey Sky. Well, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you. Come back and see us next Tuesday. We'll talk to you later. Yes, episode 10 came out tonight, and that's what we talked about earlier.
I love that.
Nadia,
Yes,
I've been
Thomas,
going
I
to church
love
since I was a year old. That's awesome. Great to know. Let's see what else.
NC Trolling birthday is Thursday, said.
Your birthday's on Thursday? Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, NC Trolling. Happy birthday to you. There you go.
Early.
My son's birthday was just this last Saturday. So.
And my birthday is coming up in February when I choose the winner for my Grand Theft Tarkin doll.
That's right.
My birthday gift to you. So when they were saying if they want to send gifts or anything, my birthday is coming up.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
And Alan says his was on the 10th.
Well, happy birthday to you as well, Alan. Alan Warriors Nation. Cool. Well, so that's trying to think what else. There's something else that happened this week that I wanted to talk about. Oh, I don't know if any of you guys are Star Trek fans, but I'm really disappointed in the fact that they canceled.
They shelved it.
They shelved the new Star Trek movie.
Mm-hmm. Did they say why?
Well, one of the issues was that Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth, who were supposed to be in the movie, they both were removed. I mean, they were both basically they were wanting too much money, and so they both were trying to write around them like they weren't going to be in there. They kept hoping that they'd take pay cuts because they wanted the entire cast to take pay cuts just to get the movie done, and they refused to take pay cuts.
I would have.
So, so it just seems like it just didn't go anywhere. And so now we just don't know what's going to happen with that. Some of the cast members have come forward saying that they believe that eventually it'll get back to it, but
not anytime soon, it seems.
Not anytime soon. Cool. Alan is from north of England.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. That's what I love about the internet. I love that about the world that we live in right now. That I sitting here in my bedroom talking with you good fine people and across the planet. Earlier we had South Korea, Brazil, Ireland, now north of England. I mean, that's just awesome. That's just really cool. I just find that super cool. And we can be talking about stuff like this, right? Nerds, all of us from all over the planet, talking about, comic books and stuff like that. But
NC Trolling says they live in California.
Whereabouts in California? I lived in California for a while. I lived in Sacramento for a while. I was actually born in Las Vegas, Nevada. I lived there till I was about 6. I had a lot of friends out there, and get back out there. I was just in LA over the summer. That's a really cool.
Yes, we do like Killer Frost Sensi trolling.
Yes, that was a cool trip that I made. I actually went to Warner Brothers Studios out there, and that was fun. Can't wait for the upcoming Star Trek show featuring Patrick Stewart. I know, right?
Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, where did that come from? I'm interested. What does that be? Right? Like what is that going to be? Like, I'm just curious to see when it's going to be set. Like, what they're going to have him doing. It's an interesting concept that they're bringing Picard back.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Hey, speaking of things that are Star Trek-y, do any of you watch The Orville?
That's one of my favorites too.
Because
we need to do a video on the Orville.
We do need to do a video on the Orville.
Because this is about the second season.
Yes, second season, and I think we're 3 episodes in now.
Yeah, and it's the maker of Family Guy.
Yeah. But man, the show is so good. If you liked The Next Generation, this show captures.
Thomas Dank said Orville's good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this show captures everything that's
Everything's
good.
Space.
It captures everything that was good about Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yes.
And then it'll throw humor in as well, and I dig that. I really enjoy that. I really have
I look forward to it every week. So when it was off and we heard it was coming back, we were very excited. What?
So, do you know what time?
Episode 10 of The Flash comes out in Pacific time.
Well, it'd be 8 o'clock Pacific time. Yeah. Whatever time that is. So.
Dang said MacFarlane is a funny guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure is. So it's 10 o'clock now, our time. So we're 3 hours behind. So it'll be on in an hour.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So it'll be 7 o'clock right now out there. So it'll be on in an hour at 8 o'clock. Yep. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's happened in the world of nerddom this last week.
I'm sure there is, and when you turn the camera off, you'll be like, man, I forgot to talk about this.
I know.
And there's been a few things gaming regarding the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I can't remember who makes the Mortal Kombat and Injustice games, but they announced earlier this week that Mortal Kombat 11 is going to get pushed back like a week or 2 on Switch. And everyone was excited for that, and everybody thought that was going to come out the same day.
Plus, Mario just came out.
Yeah.
Mario Bros.
Yeah, Mario came out last week.
You and Landon both got that for your Switch, so you guys have been playing that like all weekend.
Yeah. Landon and I can do a video on that Wednesday or Thursday.
The Flash 65 says PS5.
PS5.
Was there a PS5 announcement?
I know they were talking about like a new system
Yes,
that
we
they're
did
working on.
TV and the videos coming out soon.
Yeah, I remember seeing a PS5 announcement this
Yeah,
week.
TV as soon as we're done here with the live broadcast, I will be uploading our Spider-Man trailer reaction video. All right, so look for that like literally right as soon as we're done here, because it won't take long. It's all edited. It's all done. I just ran out of time
before the Flash.
Flash started. So, let's see. And new Batman Arkham?
Johan says, do you think they should make a video game about the storyline of the Flash series? And Alan Warriors Nation said yes, PS5 and Xbox 2.
Oh, wow.
We only have an Xbox One.
I know not long after Arkham Knight came out, I know that they thought about making like a Flash game. And we know that they're making a Superman game. They haven't talked about it recently, but I think they're saving it till E3 because E3 is like
that's their big.
E3 is like the San Diego Comic-Con in gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm thinking is that maybe they're saving like the Superman game till then because not long before this past E3 there was a leak of the cover of the game, and that looks really cool. Yeah, normally we don't get a whole bunch of huge announcements till E3, and that's in the summer.
That's like, yeah, I was gonna say that's like the Comic-Con. That's their big
Yeah,
thing. So
but-
they're probably waiting to do that.
But also normally this time of year, like companies normally announce like their systems or the newest thing of hardware coming out, so that way they can expand on it at E3. So
And Sundance says, do you guys play any tabletop games?
Does Exploding Kittens count?
Yep. And Sabak.
Yes. We play a mean game of Sabak. And
Yeah.
a couple of us have won the Falcon that way.
Yeah, and also we have played a little bit of Magic the Gathering.
We actually have a sunroom that is our game room where we have an upright Miss Pac-Man video game and we have all of our board games, and we actually do make it a point to sit down as a family and play board games.
Yeah.
Tabletop games. We play, we've got, I think I posted on Facebook and maybe Instagram for people who follow, that we did do over New Year's a bunch of board games. We played Speak Out, where you put the thing in your mouth and you're supposed to try and talk, and people were drooling everywhere. It was awesome.
Yeah, we like to have fun.
Yes.
That's what we like to do, and we love to have
Maybe we'll
fun
have
with you.
to live stream the next time we play a board game, and that way you guys can see how much fun we
Well,
have.
we did live stream when we learned how to play Magic the Gathering.
Yes, we
my,
did.
My friend Rusty came over, him and his wife Stacy, and they showed us how to play Magic the Gathering, and I won. Remember that?
I do
You remember that when that happened?
Yeah, and then you felt like
My first
that was
time, I did it my
anything
first time. It was my very first time, and I did
I
it.
think I enjoyed it more than you.
I
though.
totally annihilated everybody. I had like
You
three red.
magicked
I had like
everybody.
3 red dragons, and I out magicked everybody else's magic. I was Magicier.
Magicier than everyone else.
Magicier.
Alan Warriors
Morris.
Nation says I still have my Star Trek Monopoly from the 90s.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Vintage.
I still have a Star Wars Monopoly. I have an Episode 1 Monopoly, and then
And Trivial Pursuit and all that.
we got a bunch of Star Wars games. We've got a Star Wars Trivial Pursuit. We got a Star Wars Catchphrase.
Yes. It
Yeah.
actually is shaped like the Falcon.
NC Trolling just saw the trailer for Spider-Man. So you'll have to as soon as we're done here, you'll have to check out I'll be
Our
uploading
reaction
it.
trailer for that
Check
video.
out our reaction trailer. Star Wars versus Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'll tell you what.
That's a
This-
whole other video.
This is what we're gonna do. I said next week, but this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
This is how we're gonna end tonight's live stream.
Giving them homework.
No,
Oh, okay.
you ask Star Wars versus Star Trek. I will show you Star Wars or Star Trek. But make your guesses now. Make your guesses now. I want to see your votes here of what you think I would prefer.
Thomas Dang says Star Wars always.
Yeah, I'd say that too because me personally, I haven't watched much Star Trek. All I've watched is the newer movies, and that's it.
Yeah.
So for me personally, it would be Star Wars.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna show you my office, and that's how we'll,
Sundance
that's how we'll
Studio
end
says
tonight.
Star Wars. We got 3 for Star Wars.
3 for Star Wars. Alan says, I've watched 99% more of Star Trek than Star Wars.
Yeah, I've pretty much only seen the new movies.
And I'll just tell you,
That's
I
it.
love both, but there is one that's a lot in my heart. All right, we'll get a couple. Can I guys name half of the people in The Flash?
Like,
I don't think I understand the question.
Like the show?
Thomas Dang says, do you guys own a PS4? No.
No.
It's like the one
We
game
have-
console we don't own.
We have
a
each
Switch and an Xbox One.
Well, we have 4 Switches because we have a family one and you guys each have one.
Yeah.
And then we also have the Xbox One.
Yeah, we don't have a PlayStation.
We have PlayStation 2, so that's old school.
Yeah.
And then we have the original Nintendo NES because you have to have one of those.
Yeah.
And Sega.
Yeah. All right.
I've always wanted to try like that side of like the games also because I hear.
I think you'll like
things about
Sundance.
it.
She says Empire Strikes Back is one of the best movies ever.
Okay. Well, like naming
Look at
people.
you.
Naming
Look at
people.
you,
Extra
Sundance.
points.
Look at you, Sundance. All right. So this is how we're going to end tonight's live stream. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody
Yes.
who's joined us on tonight's live
Sorry
stream.
for the technical difficulties, but thank you for sticking with us and hanging out with us all night.
Absolutely. We love having fun with you guys, and so I'm going to take you on a little tour and show you a couple of things.
Another part of the house. You get to see like half of our house today.
Yeah.
I have an idea for a video after NC Trolling's comment.
What's that?
Is we should do like a Detroit Tigers like in between inning like type of thing like you know how like they quiz they're like, oh yeah, who can name more things and you go up against a tiger.
Oh yeah.
We should do that.
Oh,
Like
that
each of
would
us
be
go in the room
awesome.
and we each name as many Flash characters as we can in like 60
Flash
seconds.
That would be
65
fun.
said house tour.
That'd be fun.
And Thomas Dang says, I recently just found out that my PS2 still works.
Nice. I got a PS2.
I know, that's what I said. We have
Okay,
one
so
of
I'm gonna
those.
flip this around,
We're
and
gonna
let's go. Here we go.
take another tour of our house.
Let's go ahead and go down here. Whoops. It's dark. Okay. Da 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 da. Oops. Okay. So I will show you this. Should I show them this room first?
Which room?
Give you a little hint.
Oh, our bathroom, you mean?
That's in our bathroom. Along with that right there. And as you can see here, I'll show you the floor. Yes, I have Death Star bath mats. And
Thomas Dang just said, what?
got Pez dispenser up here. We got a little Darth Vader action here. Towels. All right, here we go.
That's just the bathroom. That's not.
That's just
your
the
other
that's
office.
nothing.
That's your other office.
All right, whoops. I gotta turn this light on. Here's my picture right here with
Margot Robbie.
with
Or
not
Margot
Margot
Kidder,
Robbie,
I'm
with Margot
sorry.
Kidder.
Other Margot.
Yes. Here's all of our Comic Con pictures and stuff like that. And then here's my signed picture with of
Schneider
Tom
and
Welling.
Tom Welling.
Tom Welling. And then here's our picture at Comic Con
With
Tom Welling.
There's the one with
Right there.
the ship.
And here's our picture with John Wesley Shipp, right there. The Dean Cain, Roddy Piper, John Schneider, right there. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Going in to the toy room. If you said that Enosh loves Star Wars, you'd be correct. We actually have green screen here, but I haven't used it in a while. This is my wall of Black Series figures, right here.
It's hid behind the green screen when we
It's
do
usually behind the
videos.
green screen, right there. And then I've got lightsabers. There we go. Little Vader action there. This is my newest one, which is the Episode 3 Obi-Wan saber. I got Yoda's up there. I've got
Mace.
here's Luke's Return of the Jedi saber. And then there's Mace Windu's right over here, the purple saber. So
Kylo's right there and all
yeah, Kylo, got a Kylo Ren saber, but we're gonna go around here. So this right here is my DC stuff. Just some of my DC stuff here. Just some different figures. There's some cars that I had when I was a kid, but here's all my my DC figures, and of course all the DC movie figures and various things right here. It's a little dark in here. There's that. I got some other stuff right here. A couple wrestling figures. And of course, there's Flash, and this is kind of my CW shelf there. I actually completed the build a figure of King Shark. But yeah, here's all of our CW characters. Here's show you here's some my ships here, some Rogue One ships and various things. So everything is you want zoom or zoom? You want me to zoom in on Zoom? Because I can do that too. All right.
That means two things.
That means two things. Let's see if I can get some light on the subject here. All right. So here are my shelves. Let's see. What should we do? So this is my episode 2 shelf. Kind of goes around there like that. It kind of comes around over here. I buy toys really anywhere that I can, to be honest with you. Anywhere I find a good deal, really, is where I buy toys. But got some stuff over here. This is A New Hope stuff. Right here, I usually have stuff in scenes, things like that, as you can see. And then here's episode 7. Right there, some of those characters. You go up here, here's The Last Jedi, episode 8. Snoke's throne room, a couple fell down there. I got a Rathtar. He should be down here, but there was no room. Then there's Return of the Jedi stuff. Over here is some of the expanded universe stuff. And of course up here is some more Return of the Jedi things. There's a Rancor monster there. Got a couple of, got a bunker there. Trying to get around some of these things.
Yes, he has ships on his ceiling.
Yep, I got ships on the ceiling there. Got a Star Destroyer playset there.
Johan says, where did you get the CW figures?
Those, I mean, just various places, really just, I mean, just like your regular place like Walmart and, I don't know where you're at, but we have a store called Meijer that's very much like Walmart. And so.
Now we have the Disney store. We don't have Toys R Us anymore.
Yep. So of course there's Geonosian playset there. Just like that. Got this here. A lot of stuff online sometimes.
Most eBay.
How does my wife feel about all my toys, Tiff? She loves it. You saw she has her own toys.
I love the toys. It's just when rest in peace Toys R Us 2018.
I know. Speaking of Empire Strikes Back, here is my Empire shelf with a bunch of stuff here. And of course, here's my Boba Fett collection.
It's your plethora of Boba Fetts.
Which I'm more than happy to accept Boba Fett's. If you have an extra Boba Fett laying around that you would like to donate to the channel.
No way, Speed Racer car.
Yeah. Got a
Tess
Mach 5.
says, how much did all that cost?
So, Test, I will say this. I'm very, very cheap. Honestly, I'm very, very cheap. I look for deals on everything, and I didn't set out to be this guy. This kind of happened to me. People started buying me stuff, to be honest with you. People started giving me stuff, and I just kind of ran with it. And it was just like, well, if I'm going to have stuff, I'm going to, you know, have stuff that I want. And so, but I'm very cheap. I find deals. I wait till stuff goes on sale. You know, there's some things that like I know that I want to collect and I know that I want. And so I'll get when they first come out. But a lot of stuff I'll get like, you know, towards the end when they go on sale or whatever and find them that way. So I do that too. All right, I'll get to some other stuff here in a minute. But here's my episode 1 shelf. These guys. And there's a little Darth Maul action right there. And then, of course, here's Clone Wars cartoon. Clone Wars cartoon, the original one. Here's episode 3. It's right here. So there's Dagobah because it goes on there because I didn't have any more room for Empire. But here's episode 3. Of course, here's a scene directly from episode 3. Do it. Do it. You got younglings.
Thomas Ding says, do you guys also buy Lego theme sets?
So I don't really buy Lego theme. I like minifigures. I'm gonna get the mini. I don't have a lot of Lego. I got a couple sets, but not really a lot. So here's more scenes from episode 3, and of course Vader back there, and then of course here's episode 1 Theed Palace set, and then here are my Solo figures from the movie Solo. The Flash came out tonight. That's what we were watching. So there's that. This is my little shrine to Anakin. Starting off as a kid, kind of getting a little bit older, fighting in the Clone Wars, turns into Darth Vader, and then he ends up as Stumpy. And then he turns into Darth Vader. And so there's that. Here's my Kylo Ren saber. Turn that on here. If I can find the switch. I love this saber. It growls. So that'll probably answer your question whether or not of what I like.
Thomas Dang says, are you guys ready to see the upcoming live-action Star Wars show and new season of Clone Wars?
Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. So here's some of the other things that I have that I collect. So here's some of my old He-Man toys and some of the new Super 7 He-Man toys. The smaller action figures, as you can see.
Ooh, Flash65 says DC versus Star Wars.
Oh, now that's the hard one. Oh, man.
Both of your loves.
Those are both of my loves, man. Who said that?
That was Thomas Dang.
Thomas?
Or I'm sorry, no. Thomas Dang said about the Clone Wars. Flash65 said DC versus Star Wars.
Well, Flash65, I'm going to add another component here in just a second. All right, so stay tuned for this because that's that. I just showed you some of my He-Man stuff. And then, of course, here's some wrestlers that I had. Here's some of the new... my room's kind of a mess right now because after the holidays, I haven't put everything away yet. But so here's some of these new Thundercat things that came out and stuff. And here's a really cool new Black Series.
We actually do like Black Lightning. We haven't had many videos on it.
Favorite Rick and Morty character?
Pickle Rick.
It's either Pickle Rick or Mr.
Meeseeks.
Oh man, I like Mr. Meeseeks. I like Mr. Poopy Butthole. Whatever. But so here's my other love. And when I was a kid, how long did it take to collect this? I started collecting in about like 99. Yeah, in 1999. Now PLW makes sense. Wondering where you got all the action figures. There you go. There you go. Yep. And I you know, I just got to find time to do more PLW stuff. So I'm glad you mentioned PLW. I hope you liked it. I had fun making that first episode, and so we got more.
That's why our toys, we have to buy two, one to play, one to display.
There you go. So so look for more PLW. For those of you who don't know what PLW is, that's Poindexter Lounge Wrestling. It's wrestling with my action figures. One episode done. It just took me a while to get done because I wanted to prove the concept, and so now I want to put out more of them. So let me know what you guys think about that and leave comments on that video to let me know if you guys like it, all right? And what you think I could do to make it better, all right?
Flash65 loves WWE.
Awesome. So if you like WWE, you'll like PLW. All right.
Wrestling.
So G.I. Joe. I was a huge G.I. Joe fan when I was a kid as well. And so I have started back on my G.I. Joe stuff here. And as you can see here behind the green screen, I got the Falcon back there. And some of these things, Tiffany's going to pull that. Got my Dreadnought there. Some different vehicles.
You have, what's his name from Indiana Jones up there? And get into a plane over there?
Well, you know, NC trolling, you know, here's the thing. There's a difference between fake and scripted. All right? Because what they do is not fake. You definitely get hurt. People get hurt all the time. They end their careers. Some people have gotten really hurt and seriously messed up and had to retire. And some people have died even. And, you know, so, I mean, it's definitely serious. But scripted is a completely different thing. You know, they know the outcomes. They know who's going to win. Now, that's one thing about PLW is we never know the outcomes. The outcomes are not scripted for our action figure wrestling. And if you watch it, you'll see why, because it's totally random as to who wins those episodes. So we kind of put that out there. Yes, that is the Naboo
the shuttle at the bottom.
Princess or Queen Amidala's Naboo starfighter there. Absolutely. There it is. All right, so there's that. And then I'll bring you over here, show you some more G.I. Joe stuff. It's my G.I. Joe headquarters. Some of the figures here. Goes along there, and then down there. Now, here's something that I'm working on, and I'm really excited about this because I got this super cheap. And if you guys know anything about toys, if any of you are toy people, you may have heard of the USS Flag. Well, I have one now, and I got to put it together. And so I cleaned it all up, and now I just got to get it together. And soon, very soon, R2 is going to help me. And
you're going to move the drum kit so you can have a place to put the flag.
Exactly. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for joining us here. I hope that you enjoyed this little tour. Yes, Gorod, we have watched The Flash. It was what we talked about.
Said, no way.
Yes, I found the flag. My cousin actually found it for me, and you would not believe if you know how much that thing goes for.
Joe says you are so lucky.
Let me tell you something. I never thought that I would ever own that thing because I am so cheap, and there's no way I would pay that for it. If you know anything about the USS Flag, that thing can go for anywhere from anywhere, depending upon the shape and what's there, $500 to $1,500. I literally bought it for $200 from a guy who just needed to get rid of it, and just what it is. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for watching The Flash with us tonight. That as much as we were able to, and of course also thank you for sticking around and talking about all things nerdy with us as well. It's really bright in here, isn't it? Well, guys, until next week when we do this all again and have some fun with you. And from all of us, thank you so much. Thank you to all of our new subscribers. Thank you to everyone who's just a part of this. Share the channel with people. David the Beast, man, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. So glad that you've chosen to become a part of the Poindexter Lounge. And we just love each and every one of you. And we're just going to keep growing from here. All right, guys? Until next week, keep running. All right.